Okay, so while I'm trying to dig out a worm, you guys can see there the butt of the Dabus pennilorus, the Guatemalan red rump or tiger rump. Tiger rump, I guess it is now. There's a whole bunch of oats in her enclosure. That's not what I wanted. She kind of came back in the corner here. Hopefully that worm will be enticing for her. I generally don't feed these smaller ones like her or the other pennilorus or the GBBs. Every now and then I'll give them worms, but I've never given her or the other pennilorus a worm before. The Diamantinensis seem to like them, but I've never, like I said, I've never given it to her, so I don't know if she'll come up and get this. I'm not going to let her, I'm not going to leave it in there long because is she about a week and a half past molt now? I mean, she should be ready without any issues to feed. It's just a matter of, I mean, physically, it's just a matter of is she ready to do it? Does she really want to eat yet? I do got to get some water in her bowl. We'll oh, the water's pissing her off, that's for sure. So the water made her move, but the worm's not enticing at all. Her abdomen isn't looking actually too bad after molt, so. And she hadn't fed for about 45 days prior to her molt in that area. Okay, well, we're going to let her go. So we're 0 for 2 on feedings now, and we're going to move on to what we definitely know is going to eat. Those A-gens will definitely going to eat, so we'll move on to the little guys. Okay, well, since I gave the one baby A-gen to my daughter's biology teacher, I only have the 2 babies now, Ash and Rio. And this is Rio sitting in her or his empty water dish. I really want to get these into the 16-ounce deli cups to give them a little bit more room to move and redo this dirt. It's just dry cocoa fiber. I have some mixed with some potting soil and topsoil that I want to give them to pack it down and then build them up a little cave to hide in. Let's see how long that cricket's going to last. Not long. It's an A-gen for you. Okay, so that's Rio. We're going to get Ash and see how Ash does. Okay, here's Ash. There's the cricket. What's the odds that the cricket stays in there? These two have been better eaters than Indiana, the bigger of the ones that I've had. I got that one first. And surprisingly, the A-gens don't grow all that quick. You think they will, and I'm sure once they get to like that 2-inch mark is when they'll start blowing right up. So we're going to try to feed Pamphobeteus today. I think she's ready. She's going to need a new enclosure, but I think I want to give her a feed before I get that all set up and ready. Alright, Mr. Cricket. I don't want this to be an hour sling feeding video. I've seen a couple of you made some comments on tarantula keepers. That's a Facebook group that I'm a moderator on, that you're watching my videos and enjoy them, and I appreciate that. I wished I would have kept your names. I would shout them out. I want to say your last name was Young. Next video, I promise. Oh, there we go. The upside down ash attack. Okay, now if you noticed, I don't know if you can tell because this one's not really in a good position, but the The other one had a little bit more markings to it because it's a little bit bigger. Again, they were from the same sack. This one's darker. It does have some of the leg striping, but this one's darker, and the other one's like tan. You know, so that's kind of interesting. Just a little observation I made. These all will get watered as I put them back on the shelves today too. So, okay, we're going to try that centipede next. Okay, as I took the lid off, it started to go nutso. I think I'm going to move you guys down, so if this gets blurry for a second, please forgive me. And we'll bring this closer and zoom out a little. Okay, it just buried itself. I haven't looked up the scientific name of this thing yet. It's just those common little red centipedes that you find everywhere in the United States. They're not like the ones you find in your house, the ones that have like 10,000 little legs that look like fans, but we'll see if this cricket might entice it out. I don't know. I've never seen one of these eat before. I've never tried keeping one either, so this is all new for me. If we can get it to eat a couple times, we'll keep it, see how long we can keep it alive and how big we can get it. I don't think they get very big. Probably 2 to 3 inches at best, if even that long. I think this one's maybe an inch. It buried itself in the lower part. It was running around, and I took the lid off and it hid. So I don't know that I really want to I'm not going to dig it up. I'm not going to disturb it. I'm just going to let the cricket move around, and I'm going to put this guy off to the side, and if it does come up for an attack, then I will show everybody. We're going to get we're going to try the C. elegans today and see if we can actually get it to not hide and actually eat something. Okay, hold on one quick second. Oh, thought I saw some movement there. Maybe we'll let that cricket go another round. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what's on the menu of this centipede. I would imagine that crickets would be, along with probably small spiders and pill bugs and earwigs and probably whatever it can overpower. Okay, well, let's move on to the C. elegans. Okay, well, there's the little one right there. This is one I have yet to see eat. I know it has, but I haven't seen it. Maybe we'll get lucky and the cricket will stay in there, and the spider will stay in there, and we'll actually see it attack. I love that black triangle on that. That's why I love Amelias so much. That black contrast on the carapace there kind of sets off that pink real nice. And it's got the little heart butt and the little kind of tiger stripes on the side. They don't get very big. I don't even know if they get 1.5 inches. Okay, so cricket's coming up and the spider's coming up. And I don't want either one of them coming out. And I'm sure it's going to be the spider that actually does it. And like I said, there she comes. Oh, you get back down there. She's adventurous. Lid's off. She wants to come out. She's like the Euathlus species, but those little guys are so dang quick. I'd love to put her on my hand, take some pictures, but she'd be up my arm so fast, and I wouldn't know what to do. My reflexes aren't what they used to be. I don't think she's gonna eat on camera. She's just not one of them spiders, I guess. She looks good. Definitely looks good. See if we can't focus a little bit more. I guess not, huh? Doesn't want to. Well, that's her. That's Kaylin. We're going to leave the cricket, and maybe she'll get it, and you can actually see her just munching. And we'll move on to what's next. Okay, this is the Pamphobeteus species Columbia large sling. She needs a rehouse. He needs a rehouse. You could start seeing there's some little fungus growing inside this sphagnum moss I'm not real keen on, so she's probably going to come out of here today. I probably shouldn't even bother feeding it, but this is something new for me. I just put a little bit of substrate and a bunch of sphagnum moss in there, trying to keep it moist for them. I don't like this. Cricket's out, as usual. The cricket can crawl right out, or jump right out. So now we're on a cricket corralling adventure. We're going to cover it. You guys can watch through the lid. That's the bad thing about this. The spider's so close to the top, and the cricket's so close to the top. You can see the spider right down there underneath where the cricket is right now. I'm sure we'll get an attack. Again, if I put this into a bigger enclosure, one of them 16-ounce deli cups with just a little bit of moss and some plants, and give it some more dirt, it'll dig a hole. I might just let it go that way. I don't want to compromise the enclosures for the spiders just for the sake of filming. That's not what I'm doing this for. I'm just doing it because I enjoy doing the videos and sharing what I have and giving people something to do. You can sit down and kick back and relax and watch a 40-minute video of some spiders eating, and maybe give some people some pointers and tips and help them along as keepers. But okay, well, we're not getting anything going on there, so we're going to move on to the GBB baby. I'm going to talk while I snag a cricket. Little story about this one. A few feedings ago, with that little bit of moss that's inside there, that's beaked moss, it anchored its web to the lid. So when I was trying to remove the lid, of course you're picking up the whole entire insides of the enclosure. Well, this one decided it didn't want to be in the enclosure anymore, so it bolted, and it went along the wood here that I have and underneath the tray. That's as far as it went, and it went right back in the enclosure very easy. But this is what I don't like about this small enclosure with them webbing, is the lid it hinders their webbing, because I have to take it off. When I take it off, it disturbs the spider, which freaks the spider, which will make them more likely to run, and we don't want that. I have to watch the Spider-Man's video, Alan Hicken, his video feeding his female Pamphobeteus species Columbia large yet. I haven't watched it. The update came up. I guess that one went for a little trip for him, so I'll be watching that tonight while I upload this video here. I'm trying to watch more videos of some other people. I watched some videos from Moss. I think he's from England over there too. Some great stuff. I haven't subscribed yet because I wasn't on my computer. I'm trying to find some other channels, so if you guys have channels, let me know. I watched a few of Boxing Boas and California Herp. Watched some Trey Beck videos over the weekend on Saturday. Those were a lot of fun, watching him and April talk about all their stuff. Watch some of their Repticon videos and their contest videos. I'm really surprised that this GBB has not moved to eat this cricket at all. Really, really, really surprised. But I see Trey and April getting into a lot more tarantulas over there. So, I'm sure Dave Scott's offered them all the advice in the world, and if they need any more, they can contact me, or anybody else can contact me. I can give you the best advice that I got, and hopefully it'll help you guys. I'll answer any questions that you shoot my way if I can. If not, I will definitely try to find the answers for you. And we have some movement. He knows there's a cricket in there, but doesn't know where it's at now. Like I said, this one's named Chindi, which is Apache for ghost. Pretty, very pretty. This one has been on my arm twice already. So when I first got it and the day that it came out. So now generally, when I first started, I didn't like, I would throw the cricket in, throw the lid right on top, and I'm sure a lot of you do that. And of course that doesn't work when you film. It's hard to film through the lids, but as you get more used to them, you realize that their home is their home, and they really don't want to come out of it unless something really aggravates them to the point to come out of it. So you're generally, for the most part, going to be safe. Now, you know, you could screw up and breathe too heavy and it hit them and that flutters them. This guy knows there's a cricket in there somewhere, but it's going to be buried underneath that beak moss. We're probably never going to be able to see him feed, so we're going to cut it off here. I'm going to set up the Monocentropus belfori. We're going to get it something decent to eat. Probably grab it a red runner or something. And we'll try the Orphanaceus species Panay Blue. We'll try feeding those two, and then we have all those slings over there in the Matchbox pill containers. Okay, well, on to what we've got coming up next. Okay, well, we're going to see how this goes. She's being bold. She has not moved. I have a male dubia in here, and there she is. Super pretty. There's the roach. I don't want to spook her. I have to trust her, but I don't trust her. She's quick. I haven't fed her with the lid off yet, so if she's not hungry and this roach, she doesn't want to have anything to do with it, then she's just going to want to climb. She's pretty though. I mean, her abdomen doesn't look bad, so she probably did feed. She's being awfully bold, so being out more is just kind of, I don't know if that's just she's hungry or that she actually is more comfortable now. You can see she's kind of, she knows it's there. But these guys will be up and over the top quicker than you can blink your eye. So I want to play it on the safe side. You can still see her. She's, well, she looks interested in the roach. I could probably coax that roach a little bit here. She's just kind of threat displaying. I don't know if that's from the stick. I said I would feel a lot more comfortable if she was in something a tad bit bigger. But she's, look at that, she is pretty. She seems more aggravated than anything. There are little tunnels right next to her, so I imagine if she's too aggravated, she'll just go down there. So you can see her nice tan, cream legs, blue carapace, tannish abdomen, dark back legs. We'll give that roach one more shot at going over there. And then we're going to close her up. Oh, she's just threat posturing it. She doesn't want to eat it. So I'm going to let her calm down. She's in full display now. You can see her. Bring her over. She's not happy. So we're going to close her up and let her go. Okay, so here is the plain Jane snap lid, Stairlight or Rubbermaid or whatever it is container with the Poecilotheria Miranda. We're going to throw in a male red runner. See if we are hungry, and hopefully I can get you guys the actual strike. Suspected female. My second favorite pokey next to my Sapusca. we go. The flash is not really going to give you a great look at her. My other the LED lights are better than the flash as itself, but she's gone up to the top. Maybe we'll I'll get you guys up here. There she is right there. It's a good meal for her. Should be good for another 3 weeks. She's been out a lot lately, which she's usually reclusive, so with her being out, she doesn't web anything yet. She's been in here for a little over a week and no webbing. I'll close the lid and I'll show you guys the back part. And there she is in her little cave. And all I did to make this was take 2 pieces of flat bark that I found outside and hot glue them at an angle and then just put it in. And the concave is like the inside part of a tree, just no different than cork bark, but didn't have to buy it. Excuse me. So yep, there's Tannin, Poecilotheria miranda. Okie dokie, 2 quick updates. There's the C. elegans on the cricket. So we know it does eat. Oops, oh that was close. First time I've actually seen it feeding, so that's a good sign. And the crazy Hapalopus species Columbia large also got its cricket. The Snednoctomus brachyramosa did not, neither did the GBB or the little centipede. Those ones did not. Okay, here is the Pamphobeteus platyoma. Let's cross our fingers that she doesn't take off. Or the roach doesn't climb out, one or the other. Oh, yeah, she knows it's there. Boy, isn't she pretty. Pretty dang big. That's not even big. She's 3 inches. But she's a fast Pampho. The roach is underneath her. She's got a skinny little butt, so I'm assuming she's ready. I was going to take that log out of there. I should have. You could see the enclosure she's in is just too small for her. For a Pampho anyway. I mean, I probably could keep something a little bit different, maybe an Albopilosum or something of this size in this container, but not the Pampho, because she's just going to blow right up on the next molt anyway. The male roach is on its way back up out. See, she knows it's down there. I was hoping that it would come out. I'm going to zoom you guys in, so hopefully, yeah, look at that. Yeah. I wish you could have seen that one. The roach popped up out. I'll show you. She's in there digging. You can see the roach popped back up here. That should do it right there. I think that's going to spell doom for that roach. Hopefully not for me. Come on, girl. He's out here. There we go. There's a hit for you. Pamphos hit like tanks. That was a good hit. Good hit. Oh, she's pretty. Never really wanted to get a Pampho in the beginning. Again, I didn't have a lot of interest in the huge spiders. Just the A-gens. Those were the only ones I really kind of was eye-catching for me. Ended up with an LP and said, okay, well, if I'm doing that, I might as well do everything else, right? But you'll never see me have a Sturmy, Blondie, or Pamphobeteus. I don't want to deal with that constant humidity worry and the hairs and the size, and I'd rather have 10 dwarf spiders than one of those big ones. Some people would rather have 4 or 5 of the big ones and no dwarf species. It's all in your taste and really what you have room for. If I had a big house and I could put a big 55-gallon aquarium or 40-gallon aquarium with one of them big beasts in there, I probably would try it, but not here. So that's Craven, female Pamphobeteus platyoma. Great takedown. Probably one of the best takedowns we've seen so far. This one, and I still think my OBT's got everything beat so far. That takedown of that big roach was fantastic. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're done. Update on the Pac-Man frog is doing absolutely nothing. Hasn't eaten yet. Tried everything. I wanted to get some night crawlers today, but they were out. So I'll try again getting some night crawlers. They said that those are probably their favorite food anyway, so we'll see what happens with those. Okay, well, I'm going to edit these out. I may cut a few out of this, so things may seem jumbled to you, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.